Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the Cerberus Gridiron Podcast. I am your host, Christian_CFS, and here's your co-host, Mr. K Camp. How you doing, Mr. K Camp?
I am doing well. What up, my good people? Shalom, I Kim to my good people, and shalom, I Kim to my bad people. May you get some peace in your life and learn to become good because we all need it. Lord, we need some peace. Thank you. Peace is so underrated.
Yes.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Doing good. Can't
How was your
complain.
weekend?
It sucked.
Oh, yeah.
We got affected by that Hurricane Helen, and
yeah, she's a
bitch. So we got affected by Hurricane Helen, but we didn't get it as bad as some of the other people around us has, which is quite good, even though we did lose power for a little bit. But hey, Mother Nature. But besides that, I can't complain. I'm able to be here for the podcast, and we good to go.
Oh, because this almost didn't happen, did it? I didn't think about that.
Oh no, it's going to happen. I was going to figure out a way. I might have been doing it from the phone, but hey, it would have been good to go.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you got the power back. So y'all had a couple days without power?
Yeah, we had 2 days without power.
So you had to tap into your Boy Scouts, huh?
Yeah, man. What's really funny about that is your boy was never a Boy Scout.
Neither was I.
Never was a Boy Scout, but your boy knew how to make something. So I got this nice little cast iron skillet frying pan. Your boy was out there making pancakes, sausage, and eggs up on the grill.
On the grill outside? That's what's up. Thugged it out.
From the coal, not no propane now.
Right.
And then you want to know what the funniest thing about it is? And I don't know if any of y'all out there that actually have children like what we do. Man, baby girl has said, "Daddy, is this how you daggone used to cook back in the day?" I was like, nah, baby girl. I wasn't born in the 1800s, but
it ain't that old.
But besides that, man, we had a good weekend. What about you?
I had what's going
You're now listening to the Cerberus Gridiron Podcast. And now your hosts, Christian and Chris, powered by Cerberus Fantasy Sports.
Upstairs. I think my son getting a whooping. He's supposed to be in the bed asleep, so I'm not sure what's going on. What did I do?
Soccer.
Yep, I had soccer on Saturday at 10 a.m. for my youngest. Then I went out with some guys that from my company that I'm with. One guy was in town. Sure, he was actually in town from Charlotte.
What?
Wells Fargo in Charlotte. He was in town. His wife was in town for a conference, and so met up with him. Met up with another guy. We went and ate and watched a little bit of college football. Wasn't that crazy? And then Sunday, my oldest son had soccer. They crushed. And then it was me and my wife's anniversary, 12 years. So we went out and had some dinner and went to go play putt-putt. And we was going to go to a speakeasy, but it was it's not really a speakeasy. It's more of a phone booth. It's more of a cold cigar lounge. I didn't want to smell like cigars because the guy who came in from Charlotte, I went to a cigar lounge with him. And I didn't want to smell like cigars for 2 days in a row. So so we just kind of chilled out, hung out. Me and my wife. It was just so short, but it is what it is.
Yeah, man.
I don't know too much of nothing what happened in football. So we finna win this. I didn't. I wasn't in front of the TV.
Hey, you ain't got to be in front of the TV with these. But hey, man, we got a good episode for everybody. Just gonna sit back, relax, and then enjoy the nice comedy and these nice discussions. We're gonna do strategy focus, fantasy question of the week. Then we'll do buy, sell, and hold, and then we will do what we normally do, the week 4 recap.
We're gonna talk about injuries too, because it's like injuries every week.
I ain't trying to bring that up, dog.
You don't want to talk about it.
Nope.
It's reality, though. It's real. I hear you. Okay.
Yeah, your boy ain't trying to talk about those.
Put everybody in a bad mood. I got you.
Episode 63 in the building. 63. So let's go on and get to it. And for the strategy focus, quantity for quality. Quantity for quality. And what we are discussing this week, it is roster consolidation, trading quantity for quality. And for everybody that is not able to see the screen, we actually have Mr. Chuba Hubbard plus Mr. Bijan Robinson Jr. equals Mr. Bijan Robinson. And we just threw that out there because could you see this type of scenario that is going on right now that is giving you what you need to see and give you that extra trading your quantity of your players, doing that consolidation with Chuba Hubbard and Bijan Robinson for a month, for like a Bijan Robinson? Could you see something like that happening, Mr.
Yeah, I can see that happening because Chuba, for all intents and purposes, probably going to get his spot taken by week 8. So, he's balling now, right? You want to sell high on him. And Bijan Robinson Jr. is balling too now.
Yeah.
So, for Bijan, but is Bijan worth two of them at this point? Because I don't understand what Atlanta is doing. They still, I guess he's getting, this past weekend, from what I heard, that the Falcons were up most of the game, but they still throwing the ball. I think Bijan had 8 carries and Tyler Algier had 7. So you want to run the ball 15 times? I'm not sure who else got some carries, but you want to run the ball 15 times? What are you doing? They're wasting his talent just like they wasted Kyle Pitts' talent. Or maybe Kyle Pitts not that good as we think he is. But
I think they're actually wasting his talent, dog.
Wasting his talent, and so you wasted at least Bijan up until yesterday was getting about 18 to 20 targets a game. I don't know what that was on Sunday. I have no idea. So I don't know anymore. I'm to the point where I don't even know anymore. This is an anomaly season. I don't know what's going on. I can't call it. I can't call why Jamar Chase is only getting 6 targets a game. Not 8, not 10, 6 targets a game. I don't understand it. And why Travis Kelce, sorry, I'm on a diatribe. Now, here we go. I'm going to go on a tangent. Now, how I plan it. I don't understand how Travis Kelce until Rashee Rice got hurt. Like Tony Romo said, Kelce's been open. He said he looked at the past 3 games. He'd be open. So, Pat, why are you not throwing him the ball? But you're throwing Rashee Rice 14 times. What are you doing?
Because Rashee Rice is the guy that should be getting the ball.
It should be. Maybe it should be. I think he got 4. It could be. I can see if it was like 10 to 8. Okay, that's cool. Rashee Rice getting 10. Travis getting 7 to 8. That's cool. But 14 to 4, that's ridiculous. And then as soon as Rashee Rice go out, so you can get 7, 8 catches in a game and for 88, 89 yards with it. Oh, you can do it. So that is still in you. So I don't know anymore, man. I don't know anymore. I don't know what to say. They ain't giving Bijan the ball like he should. I don't know. I'm frustrated because I don't.
So, the reason why I brought that up is, dang. All right, don't y'all be looking at that. I'll cut that out. But the reason why I brought it up is because right now, Bijan Robinson is actually the 16th ranked running back right now up in Dynasty. So he's 16th compared to like the stats this year. And then number 10 and number 11 is Brian Robinson Jr. and then Chuba Hubbard.
So Chuba has passed Bijan, and he's only had really two good games. You see what I'm saying?
But we're going to get there. So we're going to get there. So there's some other segments that are going to bring that to light. But the only reason I'm doing that is because we know Bijan's level and like what he's capable of doing. It's just, are we going to see that? And then if we believe that like we're going to be able to see that, is that like an offer that you would throw out there, even if you're not giving up Brian Robinson Jr. and then Chuba Hubbard like that back to back, but it might be one of those guys and then something else, like another key piece in it, just going to move the needle.
So you're saying I'm trying to get Bijan?
Yeah, it's like, you're trying to get Bijan. But that's what this is. Like, it's a strategy focus, like consolidation. So you're trying to get rid of like your depth. And that's a segue going into the question of the week. So would you give up Chuba and Brian Robinson Jr. for Bijan Robinson, knowing that you believe that like Bijan is going to be able to turn it around?
Hello?
Yeah.
I hope he's going to be able to is he going to be able to turn around? I hope he is.
Well, that's what I'm hoping, that he's going to be able to turn around too. But I think that he should be able to turn it around.
I mean, so my bad. At least leaving everything constant, right? We're going to project that Bijan is that guy that we know him to be, and he's going to be able to turn it around. Yes, that is a good trade because, like I say, Chuba Hubbard, his numbers should start going down around week 8, week 9. So, yes.
So that's the thing about it, is that I don't know if his number is going to go down.
You don't think Brooks is going? What's his name? Is it Brooks? What's his name?
Yeah,
Brooks is going to ramp up and get to going by week 8, maybe week 10.
I think they're going to ease him in slowly. But I really think with the way Chuba's been running the past couple of weeks, and this is another segue that we're going to do like later on, so I don't want to get too in deep, like too in depth with it. But I think he can really do something. Oh, snap.
I ain't even been watching the game.
But I really think that he can do something just pretty much like what he did 2 years ago whenever Steve Wilkes was the interim head coach. Like, the dude took off like the last couple of games. And like, that's what you're seeing now when you have a different QB in there. Like a QB that actually understands what he's supposed to do with the ball. And it's just going to continue to flourish, I think, with Chuba. So sort of like, I think it's going to be similar to how like Detroit is doing right now with Gibbs and then David Montgomery.
Oh, now you saying it's like that? I like that.
I think it's going to be like that.
You know,
because
I like that.
Because you got to like right now. So since Andy Dalton has been the pair heir of like the Carolina Panthers right now, Chuba Hubbard has been averaging 5 receptions a game.
Okay.
So that's just throwing it out there. But guys, like, quantity for quality. That's what you want to do whenever you are trying to build your championship team. If you have any depth pieces out there that you can move around, let's try to see if we can quantify what you have for that quality that you're looking for. And this is just one example that we actually have here. And with that being said, we are going to move this thing along to the fantasy question of the week. And a nice little segue into what we was talking about before is now the time to trade away depth for a superstar. And it was a nice segue because we all think that Bijan Robinson is a superstar.
Right.
So, like, something similar to that, like, would you give away something like that just to get a superstar on your team? And what we're talking about, yeah. No, I was just going to say, like,
superstar away?
Well, it depends.
Yeah, put me over.
It depends on if you want to assess your team. You want to talk about your team right now? So, would you trade away some of your depth pieces for, like, a superstar right now?
I mean, so my depth pieces are what I have Chuba. He's the depth piece for me. Marshawn Lord, he can't stay healthy, so he ain't nothing. I'm trying to think. I got a Christian Kirk. That's the depth piece, the wide receiver position. Who else?
So you're
Ridley.
So would you do something like this? Like, since we're on the show and we're gonna talk about, like, we can just talk about your roster and then like my roster. So would you do like a Chuba Hubbard and like a Ladd McConkey for? I'm just gonna look on my team because it'll be a lot easier. Dang, I would have to put in one of my horses out there.
You said superstar
for like a Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, that would be Jonathan Taylor's hurt right now, but yeah, Brian said he wasn't hurt and healthy. Yeah, that would be Ladd. You said Ladd and who? Chuba.
Ladd and Chuba.
Yeah, that would be a good one, right? Yeah, especially with my team. Like, I got Josh Jacobs, who is my RB2. Yeah, it seemed like Emmanuel, what's his face, is getting a little more tick. So, yeah, you want somebody who's gonna be able to get the ball, pair up with Bijan, because I have Bijan. Yeah, that'll be a good one. But yeah, JT is hurt right now. But no, that'll be a good depth pieces for quality, because we all think that JT is a top 6 running back. So yeah.
Okay. So that would be, as guys out there, that is an example out there that you can come in with for the fantasy question of the week that we are discussing. Is now the time to trade away depth for superstars? And if you know that if you believe that your team is like that next thing and you think you can end up winning it all this year, I believe now is the time just for you to trade away some of your depth pieces.
But, yeah, everything went off for sure. Yeah.
But when it comes to the trading away, also you want to, what a lot of people do not look at, but they try to preach this like in like week 10. We don't do that up in week 10. We do it right now. Go on and start looking at, if you think your team is going to make it to the playoffs, go on and start looking at weeks 15, 16, and 17 right now to see which trade prospects you can end up getting. And it might be one of those studs out there that you're looking at, or you might be able to, prime example, one of the top wide receivers that actually has a good schedule this year. It is the New Orleans Saints. Whenever they play, I forgot who they play against, but they have Chris Olave. But all 3 of their games in week 15, 16, and 17 all have good matchups. So like something like that you might be like, okay, like prime example right now. On my team, I have Scary Terry, and I have Demarius Wicks, and I also have Jaden Reed. Maybe I might want to package up 2 of those guys just to get a Chris Olave, because I know he's going to have a good season, like towards the actual playoff time. Only thing right now is that my team is not actually doing too good right now. The team is like 1-2, might be end up going 1-3 right now.
I might be in the same boat.
But that's just an example, trading away depth for a superstar. Even though I think Scary Terry and Demarius Wicks, I think Scary Terry can change it over, especially with Jaden Daniels doing his thing right now.
Hey, number 5 is him. Number 5 is looking like he's him. And you know the Giants wanted him. The Raiders wanted him. Obviously, he wasn't falling that far. But John kicked around trying to move up. They didn't want to give up the farm, but they probably should have gave up the farm. Now, they wouldn't have Malik.
Nah, that's the only thing that you got to think about right there. The thing that's different, though, is that they Who was he gonna throw the ball to?
Right. Rondale Moore. Right.
Like, so that's a little teeter-totting right there of like what you're gonna do. You could end up being like the Browns.
No, I was gonna say they can get somebody next year, but they probably would they give up a first next year too. So,
yep, unless they did like what's the name? Like how we gave up like Brian Burns or something like that before the trade happened.
Get him Daniel Jones in the first. Is that enough to move up from 6 to? I give you my first this year, and I give you Daniel Jones. Was that enough to move up from 6 to 2?
Nobody wants Daniel Jones though. That's like you better off saying that you're gonna give me a year's supply of daggone Gatorade over daggone Daniel Jones. I'll take the year's supply of Gatorade or like whatever my guys want over anything else.
I heard something they worked out CJ Beathard today or something like that. The Giants, I read that across my timeline, something like that. I don't know.
They might have.
Quote me. Don't quote me, but I thought I saw that today. So, yes, trading Dontavian Wicks, Jaden Reed for who you said, Chris Olave.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not high on Chris Olave, but he's trying to put up some numbers, so that's a good thing. But I would try to be better than Chris Olave. It's just me.
Yeah, I don't think nobody's going to give up like an Amon-Ra or like unless they're hurting. Like I don't think nobody's going to give up like Amon-Ra, CeeDee Lamb, or Justin Jefferson. No big names like that. Like that's why like the players that I'm targeting, you got to target players that. And the thing about it is, I think Scary Terry's going to have a bomb like rest of the year too.
It took him a minute. We was going back and forth like, man, is he really going to do it? Is he really going to do it? Oh, that's one game. Was that an outlier? So what did he have yesterday? I don't even know.
He did his thing. He ended up, hold on. Yeah. If you keep talking, I'll bring it in.
I just saw I was looking at Arizona. So the Cardinals came out, Kyler Murray, okay, boom, touchdown to Marvin Harrison Jr. Like, cool, okay. Then they come down, they score, okay, 7-7. Then it's 14-7. And then I had got off the grid because I go to the football game, and then me and my wife started hanging out. I look at the score, 41 to 14. What happened? Did Cliff give your boy some pointers on Kyler Murray? Hey, this is what he can't do. This is what he don't do. This is what he don't do well. Da, 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 da. I mean, come on. What happened in Arizona? I just didn't want to go to Arizona.
Yeah, I think they gave him his number, but his stat line was 7 receptions for like 52 yards, which is not bad. But yeah, that's all. But shoot, he got a touchdown out of it though.
Touchdown, saved his day. I thought it was something bigger than that. I thought he
went
no,
not really. Well, you got to remember, like with him, like a team number is actually good. Like if he gets a touchdown, okay, that's decent. But where you trying to have him at, like it ain't like your boy Jaden Reed. We know what happens whenever your boy Jordan Love is in.
He feeds Jaden Reed.
He feeds him. So you know who's replacing him. He gonna feed him. Dude ended up having 7 receptions for 139 yards, dog.
See, that's what I wanted to hear from Scary Terry when I saw 41 to 14. I'm like, oh, did Scary Terry go off? You said 7 receptions. I knew you were going to say 100 and some in a tub. No, 50 yards tub. Damn. But yeah, that's what I was expecting from Jaden Reed.
But yeah, so that is it. And let's go on to get to the next segment, man. Let's go and get into in the news. In the news, everybody, in the news.
And injuries? You want to talk about it?
Nah, man, I don't want to talk about injuries, but man, go ahead, bring up the injuries, man. It is
I don't even know. So we got Andy Richardson with a hip point. can't stay healthy. We have
Rashee Rice
right now. We don't. I saw they're undergoing some more testing, but he may be an ACL. Prayers out to Tyler Batty. Did I pronounce his name? Prayers up to him because he took a regular hit, but for some reason on the sideline, I don't know. I guess he lost movement or something. I saw him carrying on a stretcher. So prayers up to him and somebody else prayers up to. They had a kind of a gruesome injury. Okay, so we got those 4. Who else am I missing? Who else?
Let me see.
Oh, I saw Jonathan Taylor had like a mild.
Yeah, he has a high ankle sprain.
High ankle sprain. Oh, that's 2 to 4 weeks.
Well, he said a mild, so I think he's gonna play through that.
Who else we had? Else is hurt.
Oh no.
Anybody? Is that it? Anybody? Going once, going twice? Somebody we missed? Anybody? I need to look it up. You're supposed to be looking it up. NFL
That's what I'm
injuries
doing right now.
Injuries week 4. NGURIES week 4.
Oh, your boy, like what we said was gonna happen. The person who we are not high on, Mr. Christian Watson, ended up getting hurt with ankle injury.
And the kid got shit luck because it wasn't even his fault. It was somebody had went low, but they was going for the ball. Caught him. I thought it was a knee, but I guess it was an ankle. Yeah, Christian Watson. He's out. I think he might have missed a key serious injury, but still, yeah.
But yeah, that's if there's any other injuries out there that were major on the offensive side for fantasy wise, and we are missing them, just going to hit us down up in the comments and let us know. Hey man, y'all got to say this person next time. Right. Y'all slipping up on the job.
I'm looking. Tyler Batty, yeah. Browns. Trey Palmer, concussion. She writes Anthony Richardson Taylor. Going through Christian Watson. You said that. Taysom Hill.
I guess we could talk Patterson. About yeah, but I guess we could talk about CMC having tendonitis in both of his Achilles.
Right. Oh, I was leaving this. Bijan Robinson, hamstring. Robinson was estimated as a limited participant with a hamstring injury in Monday's report. Monday, they play on Thursday.
Yep.
Here we go. Josh Allen said Allen is sore, but should be fine. And that's it. Okay, go ahead. You said Christian McCaffrey, tendonitis in both of his Achilles. Yikes, that sounds terrible.
It doesn't sound pleasant for him, but hopefully he gets a speedy recovery. But let's go on and go to the next segment, and let's go on and do it, man. We got to give a shout out to our sponsor, best place where you can go and do your plays. Nice little wagers that you can capitalize on Monday night games. They're giving you perfect plays, and they also give you free tokens. So they do match all first-time depositors up to $200. So with a minimum of $10 purchase. And whenever you do that, just go on and use our link down below. It will be in the description. Greatly appreciated. It helps the actual podcast. It helps us do new things for the future wise, do things for like giveaways. And just remember, whenever you do that and you're using the link, make sure you use our promo code too as well. CGP BETS5. CGP BETS 5. S5. Nothing greater than playing with better. Better.
He tried to spit a bar. He tried it.
All right, y'all. We are back into it right now. We are back into it. Week 4. Buy, sell, or hold. And what we're doing in this segment is we are talking about target players, consolidating touches or target shares. And then the reason why we're bringing this up is because whenever we discuss these players right here, can we see them continuing doing what they're doing right now? I don't know if you are not watching this right now, if you just listen to the audio, we have Nico Collins, we have Diontae Johnson, and then we also have Diontae Johnson, and then we also have Christian Kirk. And the reason why we're bringing them up is because currently right now, and this is as the games have already passed and everything, where where is it? Christian Kirk in the past 2 games has had 10 targets and then 12 targets from his previously week 1 and week 2, which was 4 and 3. So his targets are starting to creep up a little bit more than like what it is, pretty much doubling what happened. And so what we want to know is, do we think, are you buying this? Are you selling this? Or are you going to hold this just to be like, I think he might be able to do it, but I don't know. Or which one? Which one you thinking? Which one you thinking?
So I am definitely buying Nico Collins. I think he had another monster week this past week, if I'm not mistaken. I think he might be leading the league in receiving yards. I'm buying him, and he's attached to a hell of a quarterback, CJ Stroud. I mean, he's got Tank Dell and Stephon Diggs, and he's still doing what he's doing. So that should let you know that he will. I don't think his receiver room will get this good again. Right, we know Stephon Diggs is leaving next year. He only signed a 1-year contract, so he's leaving next year. So it's going to create more opportunities for him. So as stacked as his wide receiver room is, and he's still that's easy. Now the hard part is between I don't want to sell or hold with Christian Kirk or Diontae Johnson. I like what Diontae Johnson is doing. However, we know it's just ends with Andy Dalton. We don't know when they're bringing Bryce in. We don't know. That's scary. And then Christian Kirk, the Jags are just terrible. I don't know what's going on. I thought Ducky P was a good coach. I mean, he won Super Bowl for us. I'm happy. Thank you, buddy. But I don't know what's going on because Trevor Lawrence has regressed. And I'm perplexed why and how. You got targets. You got Brian Thomas Jr. I know Evan Ingram's being out cannot be the guy that helped y'all win that much. So I don't know what's going on in Jacksonville. But that scares me. And see, at first I want to say hold to Diontae Johnson, but I don't know when Bryce coming in. And we don't know what he can do. We at least know what Trevor Lawrence and Christian Kirk can do. So I'm going to sell Diontae and hold on to Christian Kirk, I guess.
So with me,
I guess.
I'm holding on to Nico because I already know he's going to do his thing. So I don't need to buy him. I already know he's going to continue being that number one, like what he's doing right now. But then the one that I am going to do is I'm going to sell Christian Kirk, even though I think he's still going to get his numbers. But then Mr. Diontae, so the reason why I'm going to stick with him is because as you can see, like the difference between the first 2 games with Bryce Young in there, which was 6 games, or he had 6 targets in week 1 and 6 targets up in week 2. Once the Red Rocket came in, and Andy Dalton came in. He had 14 targets in week 3 and then 13 targets in week 4. And the one thing that a lot of people do not realize, and this is what I was bringing it up right now, is if you are a believer in Diontae Johnson and keeping those target shares, I would try to figure out a way to find a way for you just to get him on your team.
But how long are they going to play Andy before they put in Bryce? You don't know.
Oh, Andy's going to stay. He's the starter. He's going to start unless, knock on wood, unless Andy gets hurt. That's the only time Bryce is coming in.
Really?
Yeah, I don't see him coming back in unless Andy Dalton gets hurt, because you can see the 2 difference between the games. You got a bore fest whenever Bryce Young is actually in the game, and then whenever the Red Rifle Andy Dalton's in the game, like the dude is throwing for 40 passes a game.
I mean, you're right.
Like doing 60-40, and the team looks totally different.
It does.
A night and day. They look really competitive. It's pretty much like this, is that with Andy Dalton in the game, it actually gives the Carolina Panthers life. And that's what we do not see often with all these other players out there. And everybody else is looking good. Prime example, we just mentioned at the very beginning of the podcast, we talked about Chuba. Chuba is producing. But we know Chuba is going to have Jonathan Brooks coming back, but Diontae is also going to have Adam Thielen coming back too as well. So
How bad is his hamstring?
I don't know. I ain't a doctor, but I can play one right now though. I say he probably has like another 4 to 5 weeks. So that's 4 to 5
4
weeks.
to 5 weeks.
Yeah, could be 6. But yeah, so that's another week 4 buy, sell, and hold. And we're gonna do another one. Nice little, let's see. All right, let's do one that, and these are just based off of targets, like, and the reason we think they're going to continue with these targets that they're getting right now. So another one, I will say, let's do Cortland Sutton, Chris Godwin, and let's do Garrett Wilson. Just those 3 right up in the row.
What was the first one? Cortland Sutton.
So Cortland Sutton's target shares that he has, as for like weeks 1 through 4, he has 12, 4, 11, and 9. And Chris Godwin has 8, 8, 9, 9. And then Garrett Wilson has 11, 6, 9, and 8. So which one are we buying, selling, and holding?
Well, we definitely keep Chris Godwin. He's the only one out of them 3 who's been productive consistently.
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson is, and him and Aaron Rodgers, he's getting 7.5, 8 targets a game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they're not doing better than that. I don't know what's going on, why he's not getting a touchdown. I don't know what's going on with that offense. And I do not know what the hell is going on. Other than he got a rookie quarterback. So I guess I'm gonna sell Cortland Sutton and the rookie quarterback, and I'm gonna hold on to Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers, even though I don't know what Aaron Rodgers is gonna be next year. So there.
So with me, I am actually going to sell on Garrett Wilson, and I'm actually going to buy. Yeah, I'm actually going to buy Cortland Sutton. Because the one thing I do not trust it is what it's really how Aaron Rodgers said everything. Yes, I know I got Garrett Wilson, but hey, Alan Lazard is still doing flex numbers.
He's still getting the same amount of targets, Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
And they trying to ramp up Mike Williams more.
Yep. So you saw the highlights like that. So this one, it is Cortland Sutton. We had Garrett Wilson, and we also had Chris Godwin. Those are some guys for this week 4 buy, sell, and hold. You want to do one more? Or you want to?
We have 6 minutes. I don't know how to do one more. Where we at? We at the recap mode. Where we at? Pushing it.
All right. I guess we ain't gonna do one more, but we gonna go to
is
that
it a
week
spicy
4.
one? Somebody gonna make it think?
Nah, ain't gonna be a spicy one.
Oh, okay.
I could do a spicy one, but I ain't gonna do that right now. We can save it for afterwards. We'll have it like a little promo. So week 4 recaps, and this is just a couple of the games that I have up here right now. So thoughts, and we just gonna. Oh, hold on, let me. Here we have a little something. Just the week 4 recaps. Here it is. These are not all the games, but these are just some of the games. So we're gonna start off with the top right or top left. The Bengals versus the Panthers. Like, this was a game that went back and forth. The battle between one team that had life because they ended up beating the team, and then the Bengals team that needed a desperate win.
Needed a win.
They needed to win bad, and they was able to actually get that win, like what they needed to do.
Yeah, they should have won last week and did not. Defense is trash. I think Joe Burrow also line still trash. I'm still mad at them because they're not feeding Jamar Chase. So, yeah, it's frustrating. 6 targets a game, that's ridiculous. He'll ever run by David Montgomery. Yeah. So, but it's a good high scoring game. Maybe the Bengals can turn it around. I don't know. Just target the ball. Just target Jamar Chase more. I don't understand it. Please.
Yeah, hopefully that they'll be able to see what they need to see.
6 targets a game. No way he should be getting that level. Nico getting 12 and 15. Come on, let's go.
Hey, so like the next game, we were talking about the Bears and the Rams. This was actually a really good game. Like the Bears ended up winning 24-18. Caleb Williams still looking really go ahead.
So Caleb Williams, he even in college he wasn't accurate. I know everybody's seeing what I'm seeing, what they're talking about. What's his name? His name is DJ Moore. The way he's looking, his face, he looked dejected, frustrated. He's sitting there by himself. That is not a good look, DJ Moore. I get it. Part of the problem is Shane Waldron. And see, we called it last season. I don't know if we did, but I know I called it last season when they got him. So DJ Moore was catching the ball down the field, Justin Fields last year, right? Down the field. He had career highs last year. This year, he getting balls close to the line of scrimmage. Bro, what are you doing? He did the same thing with Jackson Smith and Jigba last year and held him back. He's doing the same thing with DJ Moore. Shane Waldron is a terrible OC. Please say it out loud. I said it. My name is Chris with a K, Camp with the C. Shane Waldron is terrible. And Caleb missed DJ Moore on a wide open down the line for a touchdown. In between the safety and a cornerback, missed him, overthrew him. I don't know if he was one set, being rushed or whatever. Offensive line is still trash. But Shane Waldron is not a good OC. I don't know how people don't see it. I don't know. Matt Eberflus, I don't know how you went to go get him. Stupid. Sorry. Rams, they're on life support.
Yep. And the next matchup game we had a good one versus actually I don't think it was a good one. The Ravens versus the Bills. The Ravens versus the Bills had a nice flash and dash King Henry outing.
You see that
pretty
play?
much.
You missed it. It was a reverse to Amon St. Rod. It was a throwback to Jared Goff for a touchdown. Jared Goff caught that joker over the shoulder. Money. I need Amon Ra for that touchdown. He just threw a touchdown. He got 4. He got 4 versus 6.
I don't need that.
So you need that.
I need 6
points.
I need that 60. But
caught it over the shoulder like he was a receiver. Ooh.
But yeah, so like King Henry, just like what we said before, like people didn't realize like what was going to happen. They was talking about, it's not going to be the same. They ain't going to get. King Henry is doing what like we projected him to do during the summertime. He's going to be that thunder till daggone Lamar's Lightning. Who you going to pick? Who you going to crowd the box for?
Right. Can't.
No.
And Reed, he is leading the league in rushing touchdowns and probably rushing attempts. Crushing today. I was thinking he's going to have like 800 yards and 15 touchdowns. He might have like 1,200 yards and 15 touchdowns. My bad, King. I keep saying King Henry is old. I keep saying he keep defying my father time. I can't do nothing but I can't do nothing but I can't hate on him. Can't. Buffalo came down to earth. We knew it was going to happen. I bet it on Baltimore to win. That's probably the only thing I got right this weekend was on Baltimore. That was that was a lock. Let's go. The next one.
Next one, we got the Vikings. Man, there was another thriller, man. The Vikings versus the Green Bay Packers. And right now, we're just going to do these thriller ones going right now. These thrillers, the Vikings versus the Green Bay Packers. Hold on. It came down to that nice little field goal where Jordan Love he didn't have the best outing coming off his MCL, and he had 389 yards, 4 touchdowns on 3 interceptions. Jaden Reed went off for 7 receptions for 139 yards and 1 touchdown. Also, don't forget his counterpart and Mr. What They Said Before, his go-to guy that you had to pick up also during the offseason, Mr. Wicks. Dontavian Wicks had 5 receptions for 78 yards and 2 touchdowns. Can we see him continue doing the 2 touchdowns? No, we cannot. But I do think his ceiling is high whenever Jordan Love is behind at QB, especially since he was talking about him so much during the offseason.
I think he had the same amount of targets as Jaden Reed, so that's saying something. Sam Darnold, KOC, Coach of the Year. Give it to him now. Shout out to the Vikings. So yeah,
but you also got to remember too. You also got to remember too. Sam Darnold is still young as well. He's still young.
If let's say they get 11 wins. They go to the playoffs. Probably lose in the playoffs. I don't know who they're gonna play. Lose in the playoffs. Does he earn him a Baker Mayfield contract?
Yeah, I think he should.
$300 million.
Only thing about it is, I don't know. Would you, as the Vikings, would you pay him, even though you got the rookie?
No,
that they got hurt.
No.
Where do you think he would go?
No, I don't know. Somebody pay him. I don't. Somebody gonna be desperate. It's always. I always need for a quarterback. Always.
Yep.
Always need for a quarterback.
A nice little slugfest. Pitiful game. We're going to the Broncos, and then the Jets. Aaron Rodgers couldn't even get the ball into the end zone. Had to just settle for 3 field goals. End up losing to the game winner. For the what's his name? The Denver Broncos. It was just a sloppy game. Like
terrible game. Brees Hall couldn't do nothing.
Like
terrible game.
Bo Nix ended up having 60 yards for like passing and everything. So that tells everything that you need to do. Then the next game that we're going to talk about is we're going to bring up the Colts versus the Steelers. The Steelers finally got handed their first loss behind Justin Fields. Do you bench Justin Fields now because he got his first loss and put Russell in, or do you still ride with him because he did almost get you that victory and coming back?
No, you still ride with Justin Fields. There was a stat that I put out in the chat that I heard that Justin Fields, all Justin Fields wins in his career comes from when the other opponent scores 20 points or less. He has never beaten somebody who scored over 20 points. And what did the coach do? Scored over 20 points. I didn't see the game. I just saw the stat line. I had him on one of my teams, had him on the bench, 33 points on the bench. He had a big game as far as passing. I'm not sure how he got them 33 points, but he got them. But no, I'm still not benching him because as long as he's not, I don't know if he had any interceptions, but as long as he's not making any mistakes, he didn't.
No, his stat line was 22 completions for 34 attempts for 312 yards and 1 touchdown. But he also had 10 carries for 55 yards and then 2 touchdowns. That's where he got those points from.
Okay, rushing. No, you don't. He didn't turn the ball over. So no, you keep riding him. I don't know who they got. You keep riding him.
And then next up is Joe Flacco doing his thing and getting Mr. Michael Pittman Jr. coming in and getting him involved in the game. Michael Pittman Jr. ended up leaving the game with 6 receptions for 113 passes.
Really? 113. I might need to go get Fluco. I need somebody. Yes. I got one team. I got Matt Stafford. I'm about to drop him, go get Fluco for a little bit. How long is Richardson supposed to be out?
It's a hit pointer, so that could be like 3 to 4 weeks, maybe.
At least I know Fluco gonna throw the ball.
Yeah,
okay. Jonathan Taylor hurt. Okay, what we got? Texans and Jaguars.
Texans and Jaguars. This was another thriller. We thought the Jags was going to be able to get a victory, but it seems that they was not, especially since they did have the lead until the fourth quarter. They are still the 0-4, so they are the worst team in the league right now.
Trevor is what? He's like 0-9 in his last 9 starts or something crazy like that.
Yep. He is doing horrible. And then but you got Nico. Then you got Nico is doing his thing right now. Can't say anything about him. 12 receptions for 151 yards on 1 touchdown. And the thing has been answered through 4 weeks. He is the planted number 1 and will not be giving that thing up. The next game, we have the Falcons and then the Saints. A nice divisional matchup. Game-winning field goal by Young Sang-Koo.
Young Wei-Koo. He says
Sang-Koo. But I think it was his longest one, like his longest attempt, like which was 58 yards. So he ended up knocking that in. But still, Derek Carr didn't do anything whatsoever.
No, he can't be down to earth. He said he would.
This was just like what we said. It was a in-division game that was hard fought. Nothing much to say about it. Alvin Kamara did his thing on 77 rushing yards on one touchdown. And then you got Tyler Algier taking the lead and getting 60 yards over only just on 8 carries. But the next game, we have the Kansas City Chiefs and then the Los Angeles Chargers, just like another divisional matchup, which those games are normally close, and they ended up being close. Game ended up being 17-10 for the Chiefs. Ended up having Patrick Mahomes through that interception and ended up getting Rashee Rice hurt up on that play after he made the defender end up fumbling. So prayers go up to Rashee Rice. Hopefully there is no major damage to his ACL, because that's the one thing we do not like is we do not like injuries whatsoever. We hate them. We hate them. We hate them. And if there are any other matchups that you think we should have talked about, leave it down up in the comments and let's have on a nice little discussion. Anything else that you would like to say?
There was these
matchups.
Travis Kelce sighting about goddamn time. No, you should probably trade. You should probably trade Pat Mahomes if you got Pat Mahomes as a fantasy quarterback. It might be too late, but you should probably try to trade him because it ain't looking good for your boy. It ain't looking good for him. We had him picking out MVP, wanted him to win MVP. We thought that he would have all his horses. He does not have all his horses. It's just the reality of the situation.
Nope.
Hollywood Brown was the first domino. So, yeah. What else to say?
All right. Well, you already know what that is. So what we would like to thank everybody for this time that we spent here. Do not forget, like the show, what it was the strategy focus is where we was talking about consolidating your roster consolidation, trading quantity for quality. And then our fantasy question of the week is now the time to trade away depth for a superstar. And then we did buy, sell, and hold on target consolidation touches or target shares. And then we did our week 4 recaps. So any last words, Mr. K Camp?
Hey, we thank y'all for coming out. We know you could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here with us, and we appreciate that. Spread love, not hate.
Spread love, not hate.
Thanks for checking out another episode of Cerberus Gridiron Podcast, powered by Cerberus Fantasy Sports. Make sure you stay tuned for the next episode.